Good morning, students. Today we'll discuss Ratio Analysis Part 2, Chapter 4, Book 3, Class 12th, Accountancy. Student, this is financial ratio analysis, which can be depicted in form of bar diagrams, pie charts, graphs, etc. In the previous class, already we have done liquidity ratio and the solvency ratio. Today, we'll discuss about the turnover ratios and the profitability ratios. Now, turnover ratios. These ratios are also known as performance ratio or the activity ratio. These ratios are measured to know how well the resources of the firm are being used by the enterprises. These ratios are calculated either in basis of cost of revenue from operation, which is also known as cost of goods sold, or these ratios are compared with the revenue from operation or the net sales of the firm. These activity ratio or performance ratio or turnover ratios are calculated in times. These ratios are inventory turnover ratio, trade receivable turnover ratio, trade payable turnover ratio, and working capital turnover ratio. Now, inventory turnover ratio. This ratio indicates the relationship between the cost of revenue from operation, which is also called cost of goods sold, and the average inventory. And the formula to calculate inventory turnover ratio is cost of revenue from operation or cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. Student, the ratio is calculated in times. Wherever the word turnover is there, always calculate the ratio in times. And the cost of goods sold already you have done in class 11th. Now its name is revenue, cost of revenue from operation. Cost of goods sold or cost of revenue from operation is opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. And the average inventory is calculated opening inventory plus closing inventory divided by the 2. Now, how to calculate it? Suppose cost of revenue from operation is 5 lakh, opening inventory is 75,000 and the closing inventory is 1,25,000. First we'll calculate average inventory, which is 75,000 plus 1,25,000 divided by 2 will become 1 lakh. And the formula of inventory turnover ratio is cost of revenue from operation divided by average inventory. In a numerical, cost of revenue from operation is 5 lakh, average inventory is 1 lakh, that means the ratio is 5 times. It means average in cost of revenue from operation is 5 times as compared to average inventory of the firm. Now, trade receivable turnover ratio. This establishes the relationship between the amount receivable against goods sold or the services rendered in the normal course of business by the enterprise. And the formula to calculate it, credit revenue. Credit revenue means credit sale. Credit revenue from operation upon average trade receivable. This ratio is also calculated in times. Credit revenue from operation is credit sale minus sales return. And the revenue from operation is credit revenue from operation is cash revenue from operation. Average trade receivable. How average trade receivable are calculated? These are the average debtors plus average trade receivable. Now, formula to calculate average debtor is opening debtor plus closing debtor divided by 2. And trade receivables are opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivable upon 2. And debt collection period provides an approximation of the average time that it takes to collect the debtors. It is calculated by the formula 365 days in a year, that is 365 divided by trade receivable turnover ratio. Answer will be in days. If you will calculate debt collection period in months, we'll take months in a year, which will be 12 divided by trade receivable turnover ratio, and the answer will be in number of days. Now, here we have to calculate trade receivable turnover ratio and the average collection period. Credit revenue from operation is 6 lakh. Debtors are 60,000. Bill receivable are 40,000. First, we'll write the formula. Trade receivable turnover ratio. It is credit revenue from operation divided by average trade receivable. Because here opening debtor and the closing debtor are not given. Opening trade receivable, closing trade receivable are not given. So debtor means the average debtor. Bill receivable means the average bill receivable. We'll simply add these two items to get the average trade receivable. And credit revenue is 6 lakh. So 6 lakh divided by 1 lakh will become 6 times. If you are calculating average collection period in months, so we'll take number of months in a year divided by trade receivable turnover ratio. Months are 12, ratio is 6, it is 2 months. It means the money from the debtor and bill receivable will be collected within 2 months. If you will calculate in number of days, this is average collection period is number of days in a year divided by trade receivable turnover ratio. So number of days are 365 divided by 6, it will be 60.83 or 61 days. That means the collection department will collect the money from the debtors and from the bill receivable within 2 months or within 61 days. Now, trade payable turnover ratio. It means the amount payable for purchase of goods or services taken by the enterprise in the ordinary course of the business. And the formula to calculate trade payable turnover ratio is net credit purchase divided by average trade payable. This is also calculated in times. And to calculate average trade payable, formula will be opening trade receivable plus closing trade receivable divided by 2, or opening creditor plus closing creditor divided by 2 plus opening bills payable plus closing bills payable divided by 2. So this way we'll calculate average trade payables. And average payment period or average age of payable will be calculated. Average trades payable divided by the net credit sale, net credit purchase into number of months or days in a year. Or in other words, we can say if we are calculating in days, 365 divided by trade payable turnover ratio. If you are calculating in months, then this is 12 divided by trade payable turnover ratio. Now, in this numerical, you will see total purchase is given 8,50,000, cash purchase 1 lakh, purchase return 50,000, opening creditors 1,60,000. Sorry, closing creditors 1,60,000 and the opening creditors are 1,20,000. First, we'll calculate average trade payable. So average trade payable will be opening trade payable means 1,20,000, closing trade payable 1,60,000 divided by 2. This will become 1,40,000. And the net credit purchase will be total purchase 8,50,000 minus cash purchase 1 lakh. This will become 7,50,000. Then minus purchase return of 50,000, and this way it will be 7 lakh. So trade payable turnover ratio will be 7 lakh divided by 1,40,000. It is 5 times. And the average payable period is average trade payable divided by net credit sale into 365. This will become 73 days. Or if you are calculating in the form of ratio, This is days in a year 365, and trade payable ratio is 5. This will again 73 days. So that means the firm pays the money against the creditors, against the bills payable within 73 days. Now, working capital turnover ratio. This ratio establishes the relationship between the working capital and revenue from operation or cost of revenue from operation. Students, you can calculate this ratio by both the ways. You can take revenue from operation, you can also take cost of revenue from operation, and the ratio is calculated in times. And the formula to calculate working capital is current asset minus current liability. Here in this numerical, you have to calculate working capital turnover ratio. Current assets are 9 lakh, revenue from operation is 30 lakh, current liability is 3 lakh, sales return is 50,000. Student, in this numerical, cost of revenue from operation is not given. So that means you will take only revenue from operation. And the formula of working capital turnover ratio will be revenue from operation divided by working capital. Revenue from operation is 30 lakh. Here you will not subtract sales return, which is 50,000. Why? Because revenue from operation itself is net sales. And the working capital is current asset 9 lakh minus current liability 3 lakh. This will become 6 lakh. Working capital turnover ratio will be 5 times. Now, we'll start the profitability ratio. Profitability ratio measured the profitability and the efficiency of the business. Profitability means the financial performance of the firm. In the profitability ratio, we learn to calculate gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, operating profit ratio, operating ratio, and return on investment. Now, gross profit ratio. It establishes the relationship between the gross profit and the revenue from operation, which is also known as net sales. This ratio is calculated in percentage. So formula will be gross profit divided by revenue from operation into 100, and the answer will be in percentage. Now see the numerical. Revenue from operation is 1,60,000 and gross profit is 40,000 for the year 2019. And revenue from operation 2 lakh and gross profit is 60,000 for the year 2020. Here we'll calculate gross profit ratio for two different years. For the year 2019 separately and for the year 2020 separately. First we'll write the formula. Gross profit ratio equal to gross profit upon revenue from operation into 100. So for the year 2019, gross profit is 40,000, revenue from operation is 1,60,000, into 100 will become 25%. And for the year 2020, gross profit is 60,000, revenue from operation is 2 lakh, into 100 will 30%. So here in the previous year, gross profit ratio is 25%, and in the next year, in the current year, it is 30%. So it shows that the gross profit is increased by 5% as compared to the previous year. It means the performance of the firm is better in the current year than that of the previous year. Now, operating ratio. Operating ratio means operating cost. Operating ratio indicates the relationship between the operating cost, which is also known as cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses, and the revenue from operation. So the formula for operating ratio will be cost of revenue from operation plus all operating expenses. Here the meaning of operating expense means operating indirect expense, because the direct expenses are already included in cost of revenue from operation, divided by revenue from operation into 100. Or instead of this, we can write operating cost divided by revenue from operation into 100. This ratio is also calculated in percentage. Here in the numerical you will see operating cost is given 6,80,000. Operating cost means cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses. Operating expenses are 80,000. Gross profit ratio is 25%. Calculate operating ratio. First we'll write the formula of operating ratio, which is cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses. This is already given 6,80,000, and the operating expenses of 80,000 are already included in it, so please don't add it again. And revenue from operation is not given, but the gross profit ratio 25% is given. Here we'll first of all calculate revenue from operation. Gross profit ratio, it is given 25%. So to calculate the revenue from operation, first you will see revenue from operation is 100, gross profit is 25, it means cost is 75. 100 minus 25, it is 75. So when the cost of revenue is 75, revenue from operation is 100. When the cost is 6 lakh, revenue from operation will be 6 lakh into 100 divided by 75, it will become 8 lakh. Now, this revenue from operation you will write in your operating ratios formula. So this will become this will become 8 lakh. So now cost of revenue from operation plus operating expenses are 6 lakh plus 80,000. 6,80,000 divided by 8 lakh into 100, it will become 85%. Again I am repeating, operating cost means operating expenses are already included. So if you will subtract operating expenses from 6,80,000, cost of revenue will become 6 lakh, operating expense 80,000, revenue is 8 lakh into 100, it is 85%. Now next is operating profit ratio. It measures the relationship between the operating profit and the revenue from operation. So the formula will be operating profit ratio is operating profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. It is also calculated in percentage. Now in the question you will see opening inventory is 50,000, purchase 5 lakh, sales gross 7 lakh 50,000, closing inventory 75,000, administrative expense 25,000, selling expense 60,000, dividend on share is 15,000, loss by theft 10,000, sales return 15,000. Formula to calculate operating profit ratio is operating profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So student, we have the gross sales 7,50,000. Deduct the sales return out of this 15,000. So revenue from operation will be 7,35,000. Now to calculate operating profit, first of all, we'll calculate cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is always opening stock, which is not given in opening stock, which is 50,000, plus purchases 5 lakh, minus closing inventory 75,000. This will become cost of goods sold. Now, to obtain the operating profit, we'll deduct cost of goods sold from revenue from operation. Revenue from operation is 7,35,000 and cost of goods sold is 5 lakh minus 25,000 plus 25,000 plus 60,000, it is 1,75,000. So operating profit 1,75,000 divided by 7,35,000 into 100. It will become 23.81. Here we'll take administrative expense and selling expense because these are the operating expenses. Dividend on share is non-operating. This we will not take. Now, next is net profit ratio. It establishes the relationship between the net profit and the revenue from operation. So formula will be net profit after tax divided by revenue from operation into 100. It is calculated in percentage. Now see the numerical. Revenue from operation is 5 lakh. Gross profit is 2 lakh. Salary and wages is 45,000. Administrative expenses are 10,000. Interest is 5,000. Rental income is 60,000. So net profit ratio is net profit divided by revenue from operation into 100. So revenue from operation is already given 5 lakh. But we have to calculate net profit. For calculating net profit, from the gross profit, we'll subtract indirect expenses and losses and add other income. So gross profit is 2 lakh. Indirect expenses are 60,000 plus 60,000. It will become 2 lakh. Now indirect expenses and losses are 60,000 and other income is 60,000. So net profit will become 2 lakh and the ratio is 40%. Now next is return on investment. It is also known as ROI or return on capital employed. The formula to calculate return on investment is profit, this is net profit, before interest, tax and dividend divided by the capital employed into 100. Student, this capital employed is the total money, long-term money invested into the business. This capital employed is calculated by two ways. From the liability side, this is shareholder fund plus non-current liability. From the asset side, this is non-current asset plus current asset minus current liability. So this is also calculated in percentage. Net profit after interest and tax is given 6 lakh. Debenture 10% debenture are 10 lakh. Tax rate is 40%. Capital employed is 80,000. So net profit before interest and tax we have to write, but we have after interest and tax. So student, first you will calculate this profit before interest and before tax. Net profit after interest and after tax is given, this is 6 lakh. So let profit before tax is 100. So tax is 40. That means net profit after tax is 60. If net profit after tax is 60, so net profit before tax will become 6 lakh into 100 divided by 60, it is 10 lakh. 10 lakh is net profit before tax. And to convert it into before interest, we have to add interest also. See student, debenture are 10 lakh, rate of interest is 10%. So interest will be 1 lakh. So 1 lakh will be added in it. It will become 11 lakh. So net profit before interest and tax and dividend is 11 lakh. And the capital employed is given 80 lakh into 100. This will become 13.75%. So this way students, you will calculate the turnover ratios and the profitability ratios. So students, please revise, learn the formulas of turnover ratio and the profitability ratio and do 2 or 3 illustration each of all the ratios with its objectives and significance. Thank you very much.